George Floyd 2.0. You got that right, ladies and gentlemen. They're back again. The left is trying to swindle the black vote again. Welcome to 2024, the election year. Hey, welcome back to another episode of What You Talking About, Willis. Again, thank you to all the people that's been with me from day one. Check it out. We are over 400 subscribers right now on this channel, and I am grateful. And y'all know what to do. Keep liking, keep sharing, keep promoting. But those that's been with me from day one, thank you so much. I appreciate you for spreading the word and getting the channel out there. Hey, we in this together, so we growing together. For those that's new here, welcome to the channel. Speak the truth, the hard truth, and nothing but the truth. And what we do here collectively on the channels we call is chaos, one truth at a time. Also, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me to do this, allow me to speak my mind, and allow me not to fear what this world is doing out here today, or anyone in this world. Right? No fear. Jesus is with me, and I'm gonna keep doing this. So, thank you for my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ for allowing me to do this. Check it out. I don't know why people keep falling for this mess. They are literally trying to create George Floyd 2.0. And here we go, right? Election year. I told y'all at the beginning of the year, I told y'all this. I told y'all they was going to come up with something, the interaction with the police and some individual to try to spin that narrative again that black folks are being hunted by the police. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I told y'all they were going to do this. And they're trying it. They're trying it with this situation. But I need y'all to wake up. I need y'all to be alert. I need y'all to pay attention because it's not true. The mainstream media, the fake news media, it's just trying to spin a narrative. Okay? They're trying to pander to the black community. Why? Because especially black men, the black men support has gone up about, I don't know, 20%, 30% for for my man Don Trump. So they're trying to stop that at all costs. But they've been trying to stop this man at all costs. But they're trying to start the narrative again, right? And what I don't understand is two things: how people keep falling for this because it's nonsense, it's lies, okay? And then on the other hand, how no one in the black community seems to realize that when you interact with the police, you just got to follow the commands and you'll be all right, right? I just don't understand why we can't just follow that rule. We just can't do it, right? And again, I'll see, people gonna come here and say, "Well, the police do this, the police do that. They're a bad police, blah blah." Yes, there are bad officers out here. I tell you this: the good officers out here, we always point out the bad officers, and we always call them out because we don't need that noise in this profession, right? We always call it out. But there's malpractice somewhere, we call it out, right? We do. But that's like less than 2% of all the police in this country. Two, I don't understand that y'all don't realize that the police have guns, right? The police have firearms. All of them do. So it behoove you to not make the officer feel like he has to use that. But we don't want to do that. Our community, we don't want to teach, the rules when dealing with law enforcement. And there are people that in the community that try to teach that, and they don't get nearly the publicity as, say, a Holly weirdo or something like that, right? That stuff isn't put out on the mainstream for us to readily see. We got to go and search for it, right? So they got this situation with Dexter Reed. And I'm going to use Graham Allen's post because I like what he says here. So I'm going to use his tweet right here. But like I said, they're trying to make Dexter Reed into this hero. Or, I mean, they're trying to make Dexter Reed into George Floyd 2.0, right? Now, this video is going to show what happens here, right? It's going to show you. And anybody watching this video, okay, if you don't listen to anything else that I say, listen when I tell you this. This is what not to do when interacting with the police, okay? Just look at this.
It's a pain that manifests in memories and pain that manifests in despair.
The description.
They took my son away from me.
Every time something like this happened, they immediately go to interview the family and, you know, all the friends. And what do they always say? It's like a script, y'all. It's literally a script. It's a script. They say the same thing. Oh, he was such a good person. He was a scholar. He wasn't hurting nobody. He was an innocent person. He was going to do this. He was going to do that. They always do it. It's the same tired story every time. The same exact. It's the same thing. They just regurgitate the same stuff. And I can say that, listen, I'm going to talk to all the black folks right here. If y'all can't see this, if y'all can't see what's going on, it's the same song and dance every time. And if you can't see that, it's no helping you. You can't be helped. It's right here in your face. They think that you're that stupid that they can just do the same stuff over and over again. And you're going to vote the same way. And the sad thing is, you people are doing it.
He ain't got that no more. I don't know what I'm going to do without him.
Open the door now.
As you can see, you hear the firearms, you hear the gun go off, and the police are running away. So what does that mean? What would that tell you? That means the police didn't open fire first. That means the police are getting shot at. And they're trying to escape to cover so they don't get hit. And where are the rounds coming from? It's coming from the driver. I just don't understand how you guys don't see this. You guys are talking about the police are back at it again. Listen, don't let these fake news media people, your CNNs, you know, I'm sure something's going to come up on The View, those clowns, right? Don't let these people run this narrative, right? The police are retreating. They're retreating here, right? That means they're getting shot at. And they're trying to get to a safe place so they don't get hit or killed. But y'all want to say police are just out here just hunting black folks. She clearly gave, or this officer clearly gave verbal commands. Don't roll up the window. Let me see your hands, all that stuff. And what does this dude do? He still does it.
David, shots fired! Shots fired! Hey! Shots fired! Fernando Neighbors! 10-1! 10-1!
It's a pain that...
Okay. That's your video. Now, the argument that I'm seeing or arguing with me about is that, well, maybe they didn't have to shoot that many times. Listen, to me, it doesn't matter. I'm not even what these officers did, I'm perfectly fine with. because officers are trained to neutralize a threat. Shoot until the threat is neutralized. I mean, until they perceive that the threat is neutralized, they're going to keep firing. We can sit here, right here, all day in front of our computer screens, in front of our cell phones, and say, "Oh, they should have stopped firing at this point." No, from what they perceived, they were going to shoot until what they thought that when they thought the threat was neutralized, and I'm perfectly fine with that. This man made his decision when he started shooting at the police. That was his decision. I don't understand why people are up and upset about what happened. Again, as humans, decent human beings, we never want to see anybody lose their life. But I'm a realist, okay? I'm a realist out here. And we all know as adults, there are consequences for your actions. There really are. And as the black community, we don't seem to understand that. At least when it comes to dealing with law enforcement. We don't seem to understand that concept. There are consequences for your actions. But see, now when I bring this next point up, this is where the coons and all these other names that I get called for saying stuff like this, but it doesn't matter to me. Uncle Tom's, all that bootlicker mess. Literally up the street in DC, dude got killed today. It injured 5 others. And the person that killed him, guess what? Not a police officer. Again, this is DC, right up the interstate from me, 30, 45 minutes. Police didn't kill him. Police didn't injure 5 others. No, it was another black person. Yet, we don't want to talk about that. And honestly, if you ask me, I don't want to hear about any gripes and complaints about the police and the black community until we decide to get ourselves together and we decide to take responsibility for our actions. That's what needs to happen. Until that happens, we don't get to say anything. And I mean that. Yeah, no, people aren't going to like it. People don't want to hear that part. But we need to start taking accountability for our actions before we can start complaining about other stuff. These democratic liberal cities where black folks are getting killed every day, mothers losing their sons and daughters, stray bullets killing little kids. Liberal cities are just, you know, letting black folks kill each other left and right. And we don't say nothing about that. There's no marches for that. There's no celebrities. There's no Holly weirdos coming out saying, hey, this needs to stop. This senseless gun violence needs to stop. We need to start killing each other. We need to stop doing this. We need to stop doing that. No, we never hear anything until it's the police and a dude that's doing something wrong and he get killed. All of a sudden, we want to take his side. The dude that got killed, we want to take his side. And the media is, I'll give them credit. They're surgical with this. Surgical with it. Because it's immediate. They immediately try to get that emotional response, especially from the black community. And they throw the family out there. They get, Ben Crump and all these clowns that fly up there in their jets and speak on the behalf of the family. But in reality, they just profited off the black struggle. They're using you. They're just using you. And y'all keep falling for this mess. I don't know why y'all keep doing it. It's not hard concept. I can teach what you're supposed to do when you're interacting with law enforcement right here. Just do what they tell you to do. It's simple. If you do something wrong, own up to it. Don't fight your battle right there on the street because you're not going to win that. If you're not wrong and you think you're innocent, fight it in the courts. Fighting it in the street is not going to get you anything. Shooting at the police is not going to end well for you. Running from the police, talking back to the police, giving attitude to the police when you're interacting with them, it's not going to bode well for you. If you're dealing with law enforcement, let them do what they got to do, and then let them get out of there and go deal with somebody else. I'm tired of this narrative that keeps popping up. I told y'all during election year that this was going to come up. Check out the other episodes. It's in there. They starting to ramp it up. 2024, they starting to ramp it up. They got the mom up there crying and boo-hoo. I get it, Mom. I get it. You never want to lose your son. What is he doing out here to where he has to shoot at the police? You got to be not right up here to do something like that. Shoot at a dude that has the legal right to kill you. As a matter of fact, it's not even the police. Not just them. Law-abiding citizens who carry firearms. If you mess with them and their family, they have the legal right to execute their rights with the firearm. So it's not even just that, but people just think they can just do what they want out here and there'll be no consequences. Listen, I want y'all to be aware. I want y'all to pay attention. I don't want you to get caught up in this mess. Honestly, I think a lot of people with the George Floyd situation, are not going to let that happen again. But just in case, I want y'all to pay attention to what's going on out here. They're starting to ramp it up. And if you listen to the video, when the first shots were rang coming from the vehicle, at least 7 to 8 shots, probably more than that. I just need the Black community to stop falling for this mess from the left. Actually, not even just the Black. I need everybody to stop falling for this mess. Someone in your family bring up something like this, you got to correct them. You got to check them, right? It's time for us to start taking responsibility for our actions. Seriously. I know this episode was kind of short, but I had to get that off my chest. Stay tuned for another episode coming up soon. Have the celebrities and Hollywood weirdos, have people finally change their mind on Donald Trump, starting to like Donald Trump, starting to realize that after 4 years of the Biden horrific administration that we need a change. You should have just stuck with the last guy. Talk about that on my next episode. Y'all stay tuned. Listen, thank y'all for tuning in. I appreciate it. Again, hit that like, subscribe, and share button. Keep spreading the word. Again, we're over 400 subscribers. We're trying to make it to 500. So y'all do that for me. And I appreciate it so much. And hey, listen.